Time now for this week's Byers Beat with public safety beat reporter Christine Byers. Christine broke the story about a nearly $750 million jury verdict reached less than a week ago.
A jury sided with the family of a woman killed by a driver who was using inhalants. Attorneys argue that the company that makes Whip It is selling it where they know the product will be abused. So take us through what happened.
Sure, Kelly. So back in 2020, there was a crash at the Total Access Urgent Care in Baldwin, and the victim, Marissa Polite, was killed. Now, this is the product that the driver inhaled. It's called Whip It, and it actually contains liquid nitrous oxide, and it's made to make gourmet whipped cream. And the nitrous oxide is sometimes called laughing gas, and it's sometimes used as a sedative for medical purposes. But if it's abused, it can cause seizures or loss of consciousness and even death.
And you have one of these capsules.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's about this big. It's very small, and you need another device to actually access the nitrous oxide that is inside this container.
And do we know how this woman got her hands on this stuff?
It was actually the man that hit her was unconscious at the wheel, and he struck her and killed her. So she wasn't using it. It was the driver in the accident that used it. And he said he bought it at a store called Coughing Cardinal. And it's one of these marijuana smoke shops, or head shops as they're known. And so these little devices and these devices to make whipped cream are right next to, paraphernalia to smoke marijuana. And on the night of the crash, he said he bought a 24 pack of them and drove for about 10 minutes and passed out.
Okay, so who makes this? United Brands, and what is their defense on this?
Sure. So their defense in this case is that basically, I looked at the opening arguments for this case, and they claim that the only person responsible for this tragedy is the driver, Trenton Geiger, and that basically this company can't parent every retailer that they give their products to, that they do business with.
Right. It's like NyQuil. When people used to abuse NyQuil, NyQuil was... That's not, not necessarily NyQuil's fault that people go and drink too much of it.
Exactly.
So how did the jury break down this verdict? This is a huge award.
This is monumental.
Yeah.
And basically the jury didn't buy that argument in the company was making, saying, well, we can't parent every, company that sells our product. And they found United Brands to be 70% responsible for the total amount of this verdict, Coughing Cardinal at 20%, and Trenton Geiger with a 10% responsibility for this verdict.
And he was also criminally charged.
Yes, he is currently serving a 2-year sentence in prison.
10%. Wow, that's a lot for him.
Yes.
And if you want to see more of this, you can see Byers Beat on KSDK.com.
Thank you,
Always good
Christine.
stuff.
Thanks.